Hi, I'm Amanda Morrall, Personal Finance Editor with Interest.co.nz, and welcome to Take an Interest in Your KiwiSaver, brought to you in association with AMP. I'm back today again with another KiwiSaver Q&A, and this one relates to moving over to Australia and what happens to your KiwiSaver money. Now, we've covered this before in a previous Q&A, but some interesting developments here. First off, I'll read the question. This one says, I've been in KiwiSaver from the very beginning. I'm now looking at shifting to Perth for 5 years. What's going to happen to my KiwiSaver? Can I keep it on hold or continue with it when I return to NZ in a few years' time? So it's quite an interesting thing, and things could change quite soon, and that's because of something called the Trans-Tasman Portability Agreement. But first, let me lay out the different scenarios at present. So at the moment, under the early access clauses under KiwiSaver, permanent emigration is one reason where a condition where you can get all your money except for the member tax credits and leave the country, and that applies to Australia or anywhere else for that matter. The only condition is you have to have waited a period of 12 months. Again, you'll get all your contributions, whatever your employer paid into it, the kickstart, but you won't get those member tax credits. If you want to find out how much you've paid in or the government's paid in on your behalf and how much is at stake there, please go to the KiwiSaver website, log on as a registered user. There you'll be able to find a breakdown of everything that's gone in, so you'll find out how much money you might forfeit on that account. A second option for you is that you could leave the money here and take a contributions holiday. Now, you'll have to have waited a minimum of 3 months. Sounds like you've been in from the beginning, so you should be fine there. The holiday is a maximum of 5 years. However, there's nothing stopping you from renewing your contributions holiday continually. The other option is you can continue to put in lump sums to keep your KiwiSaver fund active and growing. You won't get the member tax credit either in that case, but you can continue to keep feeding your KiwiSaver. Now, if the Trans-Tasman Portability Agreement has been signed as a Memorandum of Understanding and Agreement, it hasn't been signed off by Australia and been passed into law yet. That said, it's long overdue. It could happen anytime. Once this happens, that first option that I just explained will be removed. You will not have the option of applying to take out your money and withdraw the member tax credits. You will either be forced to stay in KiwiSaver until the age of 65, or you will be allowed to transfer over all your money into a complying superannuation scheme in Australia. Remember that over there, retirement savings are compulsory. You'll have to pay into it if you are employed at a much higher rate, 9% currently. That's moving up to 12%. So you can roll your KiwiSaver money over into that, into your new program there. If you end up moving back to New Zealand after 5 years, you'd still be able to shift it back. So you'll have a binary option there. You just won't have that ability to take all your money out. So some of you might be wondering, you've already put in an application to withdraw your money. What happens if Australia signs off on that legislation? It's an ambiguous area. Under the letter of the law, that means you'll be locked in and you'll be bound to that Trans-Tasman Portability Agreement, where you'll either have to leave your money here or shift it to Australia. But again, it's a bit of a gray area. There could be a legal argument for you to make through your provider and also the trustee that it was a pre-existing application, so you might be able to gain access to it, so I can't advise on that. I will, however, put up all the links to the relevant places where you can find more information about KiwiSaver and what happens if you move to Australia. I'm Amanda Morrall, Personal Finance Editor with Interest.co.nz, and this has been another issue of Take an Interest in Your KiwiSaver, brought to you in association with AMP.